stuck behind this guy for about, I don't know, a couple miles. Biggest pet peeve about following a car is they don't maintain speed. It's very easy to do on a motorcycle. This guy's just on and off the gas. Oh, it's a straight. Let's speed up 5 miles an hour. Oh, a little curve. Let's slow down 5 miles an hour. Oh, look at that over there. Slow down, slow down. Oh, I slow down. Speed up, speed up. Just pick a speed, dude. You're in a car. Just set your cruise control. Still going into the rain. Lots of fog. Riding right through the clouds right now. Quite dense. Looks really cool though. It would make a cool picture if I had the right setting. Road's starting to dry up. Get little patches here and there, so we might be getting out of the worst of it. Man, you can't see anything over that cliff. It's just cloud. I don't call them the Great Smoky Mountains for nothing. Ooh, and another tunnel. Well, the good part about it being overcast is the visor doesn't go to full tint, so I can actually see out of it going through the tunnels. Can't see anything ahead of me on the road though. It's just fog. Beautiful colors through here. The other nice thing about it being in the middle of the week like this, I don't feel bad about stopping on the middle of the road or the side of the road without a pull-off to get a picture, especially if I'm only there a few minutes. Yay, we just hit a 45 mile an hour section and the roads are drying up further. No leaves all over it, so you can actually lean the bike. I'll tell you, for pure riding enjoyment, where the road is in pristine condition, you definitely don't want to wait until October. Of course, you're not going to get the color, so if you're going to see that, you have to wait till October. But if you don't want the stress of the stuff on the road, come before that. See, like here, it is really slick in the middle. I'm not kidding. Your rear can easily kick out. But this isn't bad at all. Not compared to 2 years ago where I was literally going 5, maybe 10 miles an hour. Because they were falling in front of me. The wind was kicking up. And they were just raining down onto the wet road and it was pouring out. It was like riding on ice, like black ice. I'm from Detroit. If you don't know what black ice is, it's no joke. And it was exactly like that. Front tire was sliding around. That was just flat out scary. This is nothing like that. I think I picked the right week. Another week, sure, I would have had probably much better color, but I'd rather have the nice roads, especially since I'm doing the whole thing this time. Pea soup again. I can see maybe 10 cars ahead of me here. Here's a little break in the cloud. And back to pea soup. Lots of bikes out today, going both ways. Saw a bunch of some overlooks, lots of groups out. Man, it's hard to tell when you're going up or downhill, but I just came over a crest here and really started to speed up. Had no idea, just started going down. So we're going down some peak here. Man, I'll tell you, it's days like this where it's really nice having the GPS just to show you the road up ahead, because you can't see where you're going. You can't even see through the apex of some of these curves. It gets so foggy. And it's a little unnerving when you're coming in at speed and all of a sudden the road disappears. You can glance down and see how sharp the next curve coming up is and where. lot better for confidence. See, like here, I've got a really sharp left hand coming up, followed by a right, and that right looks even sharper. If this was covered in fog, you might not know that. Beautiful roads. So this is pretty much going to be my day. I can deal with this. No gas available for the next 50 miles. That is a concern here. If you have a non-touring bike, obviously with the FJR, I've got, in the mountains, really, really good range. I mean, 350 miles plus. You really don't go through that much fuel. Under 70 miles an hour on this. I'm pushing 45, 47 mpg through the mountains. So I get really good range. I'm 2 bars down and it's still reading 365 left. Now that's calculating off of current average, not total average. So that does fluctuate a little bit, but I very comfortably get 350 with a good reserve left. I never run it dry over here. When I get down to about a quarter, that's when I'll fill up. But if you have a regular bike with, say, a 3-gallon tank, you definitely want to take advantage of the fuel stops, because sometimes there are large stretches through here. That goes for the entire area. Like the Cherahalla, for example, there was a, I think, 60-some mile stretch. So if you hit it with a quarter tank, well, you might not make it. For anybody interested, there is a quite long and really good documentary on the Blue Ridge Parkway. It was produced by PBS several years ago, and I couldn't find it online. I know I watched it online. It might have been on YouTube. It might have been on Netflix, but either way, it's not there right now. I was just looking for it again last night. And it's several hours long. It goes through the entire history. This took decades to make. Started off as a work project and went through a ton of politics and land buying and it's a huge story. It was really interesting. If you can find it, it's definitely worth a watch. Stuck behind another little parade. I got past the first one. Second one is going between 20 and 50. Of course, he speeds up here in the passing zone. Looks like rain up ahead. Gray clouds, and they're moving.
So I just passed a big overlook and came down this stretch here, just glanced over. I was looking at those beautiful red trees, and I caught a glimpse of a river down below, and it's flowing pretty good from all the rains. So I think that's going to be a really good photo op. Luckily, there was a little kind of shoulder here where I pulled over, went down to the next overlook, hung a U-turn, came back, and let's go take a look. Beautiful colors. I'm not even that high up yet, but yep, right there. There's a river.
One downside in stopping at places like that along the woods, there are these little gnats. They're tiny. You can almost not see them. And they just swarm everything. My head, helmet, gloves. They pelt my visor after dark. Last night in the hotel, I was rinsing it off in the sink, and the water was just coming up black. They were just pouring off.